For your question, I wouldn't actually call them tensions between Kosovo and Serbia, because we try not to fall into that both-sidism trap. As Latvia knows very well, for many years before the Russian invasion of Ukraine, there were so many voices in Europe and otherwise that were trying to create this both-sidism element, as if they both contribute to tensions. We should never put the aggressor and the victim in the same sack. The same actually happens in Kosovo. Serbia constantly tries to destabilize our country, including through acts of aggression, and we constantly defend ourselves. In the history of the existence of our nation, we have never invaded or attacked even 1 centimeter of any of the territory of our neighbors. What we have always done, though, and what we will continue to do, is defend our independence, defend our territorial integrity, defend peace and the freedom which is hard-won through a lot of sacrifice. The price for the independence of Kosovo, for the freedom that we have enjoyed today, has been immense. But we want to look towards the future, which is why we are constructively engaged in the EU-led dialogue. And I would join the President in fully supporting the work of the High Representative Kallas and the Special Representative for the dialogue, Mr. Sorensen. We will work closely with them in a way that will show that our proposals, our constructive approach would only contribute to peace and stability in our region. We owe it to the young generations to make sure that all they know in their lives is peace and peace only. And our kids are the very first generation in the history of our nation to have not known war, to have only known peace. We owe it to them to make sure that we keep it that way. And I think there's no more noble mission than making sure that our kids, or the kids of the region per se, never have to go through what we had to go through. Getting to your question on Russian influence, there is zero Russian influence in my country. Unfortunately, I cannot say that for our neighboring country, because Serbia has turned into a proxy state of Russia, whether on political, economic, or military influence that Russia has on Serbia. And through Serbia, Russia tries to have a destabilizing spillover effect, because the more destabilized areas in Europe, the more that would go into Russia's interests. So, of course, that's what they want, but we will work closely with our allies in the European Union and NATO through deterrence, through prevention, to make sure that none of these destabilization tactics of Russia carried out through Serbia would be successful. So far, we have been successful in thwarting every single destabilization and provocation that came from these malign actors. But of course, they continue to spend more, they continue to try more, whether on propaganda, disinformation, cyber attacks, and other kind of hybrid threats. But the more we work with our like-minded allies, the stronger we are in defending not just the national security of Kosovo, but our collective security, which would in turn help us join the Euro-Atlantic family of nations.
Thank you. Since there are no other questions, we close the press conference. But as Madam President already mentioned, the medal presentation will happen now for the contribution in promoting peace and stability in scope of the K4. Her Excellency Dr. Vjosa Osmani awards the Presidential Military Medal to His Excellency Edgar Sinkevic, President of the Republic of Latvia, to National Armed Forces.
Paldies par uzmanību.